This is now the fifth time, I think, that I have started this video. The first three times, I had only gotten through the intro. I had to put Cookie out because she was in here and she was just wreaking havoc everywhere, so I put her out. And then the fourth time, I filmed this entire thing, but my mic was not working. So here we are. Fifth time's a charm, I guess. The things that I do for YouTube. The things I do for YouTube. Anyway, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sam and today's video is going to be my May TBR. I have quite an ambitious May TBR, especially for things that are going to be happening probably mid-May and into June, but we're going to get through it, okay? We are going to get through this TBR. I don't have many new releases, but I do have quite a few books from my April TBR that I want to finish that I did not get to in April, so that's what we're going to start with. I have 4 books. I have 2 here that are historical fiction books. We have The Rose Code by Kate Quinn. I had the audiobook for this and then I let it lapse, so I had to put another hold on it. Hopefully it comes through soon because this is a book that I definitely want to read. This has been recommended by a few of you and I need to get to it. And then I have The German Wife by Kelly Rimmer. I'm actually currently listening to this one. I may or may not get it done before April is over, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw it on this TBR in case I do finish it in May. It'll be here. Okay, and then I have When Gracie Met the Grump. This is actually a book that I pulled out of my TBR jar and I did not get to it. I bought the audiobook because it was on sale for, I think, like $3.99. So I do have the audio. This is slow burn because it's Mariana Zapata, obviously. She does slow burn like no other. And this is following a superhero who crash lands on, Earth. I don't know is he from another planet? I don't know. But he lands in our heroine's yard and she helps him and it's their romance. And I just think it sounds super intriguing. I have not read a superhero romance before, so I'm excited about this one. And then the last one that I have is A Promise of Peridot by Kate Golden. This is the second book in the Sacred Stones series. I had a ton of fun reading book 1, which is A Dawn of Onyx, and I just really need to see what these characters are doing, what things are happening, the romance, I want to read it. I want to continue. So fantasy, romance, enemies to lovers, just a super fun time. And then as far as new releases go, I only have one that I really want to get to, and that is I Thought of You by Jewel E. Ann. This one comes out May the 2nd. I don't know a whole lot about this one, but the reels and things that she has been posting, I know that it's going to be just emotional damage. Okay, it's gonna rip my heart out. Hopefully, I need it. I want it to be messy too because I do think that this is some sort of a love triangle. I don't know. We'll see. But I need a new Jewel book. It's been a while since I've read one of her books and I'm very excited to get to this one. The other new release that I sort of have my eye on is, I don't even know the name of it, but it's by Elizabeth O'Rourke and it's the 4th book in her summer series. I didn't love the last book. And so I'm kind of iffy on this one. I want to just keep it on my radar and read reviews, see what people are thinking about it before I decide to pick it up. So that one's a maybe. And then I have 2 more historical fiction books that I want to get to. The first one that I have is The Book of Lost Names by Kristen Harmel. My audiobook hold from the library came through on this one. I know that this one is set in, I believe it's set in Paris. And I think our main girl in here is helping the Jews flee Nazi-occupied France. I think there's a bit of a love story going on in here as well. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I've heard good things. And then the second one that I have, I actually saw a woman on TikTok talk about it. I've never seen her, like, she's never popped up on my For You page before. And I don't really get much book content on TikTok anymore. Just because, I don't know, I'm a little over book talk at this point. But this one popped up and I took it as a sign because she was talking about nothing but historical fiction books. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch you. And one of the books that she was talking about immediately caught my attention. And it's free. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it is free to read and then listen. And the name of that book is A Fire Sparkling by Julie Ann McLean. I don't remember what it's about. I do think that it's World War II historical fiction. I could be wrong though. If you've read this book and you've read this author, let me know down below if they're any good. I don't know. We'll see. It's a new to me author. I'm excited for it. And then I have some contemporary romances. These have been getting a lot of buzz. I've been seeing a lot of people love these over on Instagram, and a couple people here on YouTube that I watch have really enjoyed these. So the first one that I have is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I know Melissa from Book Bar really loved this book. Cheyenne really loved this book. I think this is new adult hockey and figure skater romance. And that's all I know about it. It looks super cute. It's not very long, so I think I can get through this one pretty quickly. And then we have Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I have not read anything by this author, but I hear really good things. I know that Ava from Ava's Romance Books, yes. I think I get people's channel names wrong. I'm sorry. She really likes Cara Bastone. I know that B from Mama Needs to Read Romance really loves Cara Bastone. So I want to try her out and see for myself if I like her. This is a surprise pregnancy, also Friends to Lovers, which I don't love, but for a surprise pregnancy, I'm willing to give it a go. We shall see. So the next book that I have, Cheyenne has been telling me to read this book. She has been like absolutely consumed by this book and then the second book that's in the series, and I'm intrigued. Okay, it's a River of Heels and Shadows. I think is that what it's called? It's by Pam Godwin. It's not her newest release, but one of her newest releases. It's book 1 in a trilogy. This is a Why Choose romance where our heroine is married at the beginning of the book. She's married and pregnant, and she gets abducted by, is it one man, multiple men? And then she's taken with them back to like very remote Alaska. That's all I know. I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. We'll see. And I haven't read a Pam Godwin in a long time. And I haven't read a dark romance in a long time too. So I have pretty high hopes for this one. I know that book 2 just came out, but then we have to wait a little bit for book 3. So we'll see. And I also know that these books, like both of these books, are very, very long. And there's no audio. We'll see. I don't know. And then the rest of the books that I have on my TBR are going to be fantasy romances. I have decided that this month I'm not going to do a TBR jar, like pick 2 books for my TBR jar, because I have about 6 books over here that I have not read that have been TBR jar picks. So I need to catch up on those desperately before I pick more. It just doesn't make sense for me to keep picking them if I'm so far behind. So I'm going to hold off on the TBR jar for this month. But the fantasy romances that I have. So we have Blood and Steel by Helen Shearer. I know nothing about this book. I do not know the tropes. I know nothing. I know that people that I watch, they like book 1, but then book 2 is really where they're sold on this series. So I'm interested. This is The Legends of Thesmar is the name of the series. I believe that there are at least 3 books out. There could be 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do not know, but I want to see what this series is about. And then I have, this is a newer release. I think, did this come out in April? It might have. This is The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. Again, this is one that I know nothing about. But I've read Holly Renee's fantasy romances before, and I really, really had a ton of fun with them. So I'm kind of expecting the same from this one, just something that is super fast paced, and the romance is going to be really good. It's going to be spicy, and nothing too like fantasy wise, like over the top to, not over the top, that's not the right word. Nothing too hard to understand, just a fun time, and that's kind of what I need right now. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then the last book that I have on my TBR is this bad boy, Heat of the Everflame, right? Yeah, Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is book 3 in the Kindred's Cursed saga. I finished book 2 in April and really, really enjoyed that book. Now, I have heard some sort of mixed feelings on this one, and I think it's due to the length of it, because this is a very, very, very long book, and I've just heard that things are drug out, that there's a little bit of miscommunication in here, and that a lot of this could have been cut down, but I still want to continue on in this series because I am really loving it. I'm loving the world, and I'm loving the characters, and I'm loving the romance, even though it's been like pretty kind of non-existent. I mean, it's definitely a slow burn. Like it's there, but it's like it's just a tiny bit there. Yeah, but I'm gonna read this. Hopefully, I think there's an audiobook, right? So I can get through this. Hopefully. But yeah, those are all of the books that I have on my May TBR. Let me know in the comments down below what you plan to read in May. And then if you've made it this far in the video, leave me your favorite flower emoji. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.